Hey y'all, this is Melissa. I was just coming to you to give you all a few of my flops and faves for this month. So, if you're interested in hearing about this, stay tuned. And meanwhile, I hope that you will like this video, subscribe, and click the notification bell. So, without further ado, I'm going to first off start off with some of the flops that I've been experiencing. And some of these probably are going to go back, going to go back further than a month, actually. Matter of fact, some of the faves are going to go back further than a month as well. So, I'm going to start off probably with the one that goes the furthest back on the flops. And that is going to be something that I actually got in BoxyCharm. So, as far as flops go, I received in BoxyCharm a while back this Pure Festival palette. And this is what it looks like inside. But I gave this a good run for its money. And it's not that it's a, let's see, it says, treat every day like a festival. I gave this a pretty good run for its money. And it's not a horrible palette. It doesn't go on too badly. It's plenty chalky, actually. The glitters, they have a lot of fallout. A lot of fallout. But these colors do absolutely nothing for me. And it's really geared for somebody probably a lot younger than me. But even the colors like this purple here, it just takes, like the purple, the pink, it just takes a lot to get any color payoff at all on any of those colors. And so between the color selection and how hard you had to work to get any color out of the colors that were usable, and the fallout, especially on these glitters, it was just a no-go. I really tried to like this palette. I really did. But it was just something I couldn't do. I just couldn't do it. And I will go with the only other thing that's on this list that was from BoxyCharm. And this is a very highly rated product. A lot of people were excited to be getting this. And this was the Dose of Colors lipstick in red. And to be honest, I was excited to have a red lipstick. And I loved the color of this. This has a gorgeous color. Okay? Because I use red lipsticks. I really do. And truly, this had so much issue with rubbing off as far as coming off transfer. It's a liquid lipstick, but there was, liquid lipsticks usually dry to, like, say this one. Nothing. If I did that with this lipstick, my finger would be very red. Okay, so much transfer with this lipstick. Really badly. So, I mean, even if, I wore this a number of times, and I every time was in mortal fear of what is this going to transfer onto, okay? Is it going to be on my clothes? Is it going to be on my hands? Is it going to be on what? It's one thing if it's on your drink. You could deal with that a little bit. But this was so bad. And mostly I was afraid of where on my face is it going to be? Especially if I ate anything. Because if you ate anything with oil in it, like say a juicy hamburger or something, I did that once before I left the house after I had put this on, and I looked like I had been drinking the Kool-Aid. It was everywhere, everywhere. And I thought, I'm going to have to watch every single little thing I eat with this. No, no. Giveaway pile. Giveaway pile. Somebody else can enjoy that one. Okay, next one I have here is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only got 4 on my disappointment list here. Okay, that's fine. Oh, actually, the other one I'm going to have to show you a picture of. The other one is another makeup palette, and that was the CoverGirl Overthrown palette. And I won't say that that one is so much a flop or a total failure as much as not my favorite, because for me the colors were so dark that I would have to be wearing black anytime I wore this palette. The colors are very pretty, they stayed, so it may work for somebody else. It just wasn't, for me, it wasn't my favorite. Whereas, like, for instance, I gave it away. I gave it to my mom, and she's actually wearing it, and she's found a way to make those colors go on lighter and work for her. And yeah, she was wearing it the other day, and she looked great. So, you know, that's not a total flop or failure, but it just wasn't my favorite. And so that was my 5th one that I had in my stack. I've got 2 more to show you here, but that was the one that's not on my stack here. Out of sight, out of mind. So anyway, the other one I've got here is actually, surprisingly, from Too Faced. But I was going to give this a try because I'm always looking for a good waterproof mascara. God forbid, you never know when you're going to have to wear waterproof mascara to a funeral and you don't want it to run. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. And it may be waterproof. I actually haven't tried that part yet. But this wand for me, I like the shape of the wand, but the wand is so big and my eyes are so small that I can't get it. It's a nightmare for me to put on. It's a nightmare for me to put on. Plus, the formula goes on so wet that all I have to do is just barely move my eyes a little bit, and it's like, and it's all over my eyes. So I very gingerly put this on. I'll probably finish this tube, but I will not be replacing this in any way, shape, or form. I don't know if the regular Better Than Sex mascara is like this or not. I'm sure the wand is exactly alike, so I will never try it, especially not being waterproof. So I'll probably even test out the waterproofness of it at some point. But it's a nightmare for me to put on. So I do actually kind of consider it a flop, especially for the price you pay for that. No, I won't replace that. On the very top of my flop list, and I am so disappointed about this. I like, oof, I've got makeup all over that. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this one. I actually like a lot of Physicians Formula stuff, but this was not one of them. And this was another highly rated item. Just like the Better Than Sex is highly rated, just like the Dose of Colors is highly rated. This Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, it's highly rated foundation, and it's got like the biggest doe foot in the history of the world. Has a nice clean scent to it. But I have tried to put this on with a brush. I've tried to put it on with a sponge. I've tried to put it on with my fingers. And no matter what I do, my pores, this makes my pores just accentuates them. I mean, I don't have trouble with my pores showing up naturally, just with bare skin. I don't have that issue of my pores showing up. But with this stuff, you would think I had pores the size of potholes in the road. And no matter what I do, even putting the powder on over it, I've tried my I've tried my LA Colors powder over it. I've tried my Wet n Wild banana powder over it. I've tried the Wet n Wild, this part of the contour over it. Nothing works. Nothing works over that stuff to hide your pores. And then when I put on my compact of like the Too Faced Natural Face compact over it that has the contour, the blush, and the highlight, it accentuates it even more. And it just looks terrible. It looks terrible. So that's going to be going into a giveaway pile. And I hate to do it. I mean, it was $13 worth of foundation. And it has the SPF 20 in it. And that was why I bought it, because the SPF in it. But for that, I will just use my Hawaiian Tropic under whatever I'm wearing instead, because it's SPF 50. So that brings me to my unexpected faves. Okay, so my unexpected faves are my Too Faced Born This Way powder foundation, because I've really never used a literal powder foundation, and this stuff is the bomb. The bomb. It looks better on me than any foundation I have ever used. Ever. And I bought it because I thought, well, it'd be lighter for summer. And it's like, this is like all I ever want to use now. All I ever want to use. So I will definitely be replacing that. For sure. For sure. And it's compact. It's very small. It's the size of a regular powder compact. So it travels well. It travels well. The other thing I tried, and I probably can't afford to necessarily replace this, at least not often, but I will be finding a dupe, is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift eyebrow. I was using a cheaper, just whatever cheap eyebrow stuff I could find, and I found this Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift at Cult Beauty. And it has, well, one end has the little brow thing, and all of them do. But in a lot of them have this end shaped like this. And then in the center, and I really don't use this thing in the center by much, but let's see if I can get it open here for you. It screws open. It has this little thing in the middle, and let's see here. It does this, it has like this little highlighter thing in the middle that you highlight up here with if you want to. Let's see. Yeah, that's the end that goes in. And it just screws in like that. It's all in one. And it really does my brows better than anything that I have found. It makes my brows look better than anything. It's called the Brow Lift. So that's an unexpected fave. But as you know, Charlotte Tilbury's a little pricey, so I'm going to have to find me a dupe for that. But I do enjoy that quite a bit. The other one's kind of an old fave that I've rediscovered, and I also went to Cult Beauty for this one, is the NYX Doll Eye Waterproof Mascara. And I'll show you the brush on this one And you'll say, this looks exactly like the brush on the Too Faced. And it does, but it's much smaller. So I can get into all of those little places up in here without getting mascara all over myself. And it is waterproof. And it curls like nobody's business. I mean, doll eye is a very appropriate name for this. So that's kind of a rediscovered fave that I'm very appreciative of. Another one that I actually got as a free sample, is the Too Faced melted metallic lipstick, and I use this a lot. I really do. And I like it so well that I actually bought, they had on sale like 3 pinks all in a pack of 3. It was like 3 for $30, so they were $10 each, which, you know, you think about it, at Walmart you'll pay probably $10 for a Revlon lipstick, so that $10 each is nothing for these. But I got 3 pinks for $10 each that way. But these really, they go on very, very well. They stay for a long time, and there's little to no transfer. Once in a while I'll get the tiniest bit of transfer, like on a drinking cup. It's barely enough to even see, even to the point that my husband will pick up my cup instead of his if the cups look just alike. And I'll say, nope, that's mine, because I see a tiny little bit of lipstick on it, just barely enough to see. And it's not even enough that he even notices it. So it's not like it's going to be all over my face like the Dose of Colors. But I really like those. They last better. They go on so much smoother than, you know, I really like the Wet n Wild, but these go on so much smoother, and they actually stay even longer, and they don't get chunky monkey on you after they've been on for several hours and then your lips are like, ugh. They don't get like that at all. And then I would say the top most unexpected fave that I had. This product, I knew I was going to use it, but I had no idea how much I was going to use this product. And that is the Too Faced Natural Eyes. Because you know me, I'm so into my shimmers. So into my shimmers and into that chocolate gold palette, that I totally did not expect to get into this Natural Eyes palette. But I find that I use this thing almost every day. Almost every day. And then sometimes I'll add a little something to it from the chocolate gold or from Clover. But I mean, seriously, I use this a lot. And like traveling, this is the thing to travel with. It's small. It goes with everything. Unless you know that you need to dress up and look super, super nice. And you know that like chocolate gold has exactly the color that you need. Like that sparkly purple or that sparkly green that you need. But, you know, for every day, this thing, I use this constantly. So that was my top most unexpected fave. That, you know, because I was even wondering when I got it, I was like, I wonder if I'm wasting my money because I won't be using this, because those are boring colors. But I do. I use it all the time. So those are basically my top 5 flops and my top 5 unexpected faves. So I just wanted to share those with you, and I hope that maybe that'll give you a little inspiration and maybe some hints as to some stuff to stay away from. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and hope you have a great day. And remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye till next time.